Hello everyone, welcome to watch my channel. I'm Sun and I'm recording this video because I want to share my experience learning English with ChatGPT. So let's see how it goes. Chào các bạn, chào mừng tới với kênh của mình. Mình tên là Sơn và mình ghi lại video này vì mình muốn chia sẻ kinh nghiệm học tiếng Anh với ChatGPT. Vậy thì hãy xem nó diễn ra như thế nào nhé. Ok, sau một tuần nghỉ ngơi, lấy lại động lực. Giờ bắt đầu. With This is amazing.
The Unexpected Storm. Claire had always been a city girl. Growing up in the heart of Chicago, she was used to bustling streets, neon signs, and the constant hum of urban life. So when her best friend Sophie suggested a weekend getaway to a remote cabin in the woods, Claire was hesitant. "Come on, Claire," Sophie insisted. "You work too hard. Disconnecting will do you good. No emails, no meetings, just us, nature, and a break from everything." Reluctantly, Claire agreed. She packed her essentials. The Unexpected Storm. Claire had always been a city girl. Growing up in the heart of Chicago, she was used to bustling streets, neon signs, and the constant hum of urban life. So when her best friend Sophie suggested a weekend getaway to a remote cabin in the woods, Claire was hesitant. "Come on, Claire," Sophie insisted. "You work too hard. Disconnecting will do you good. No emails, no meetings, just us, nature, and a break from everything." Reluctantly, Claire agreed. She packed her essentials, including her laptop, just in case. "You never know," she told herself, though Sophie rolled her eyes when she saw it. The drive to the cabin was long but scenic. As they left the city behind, the landscape transformed into sprawling green fields, dense forests, and winding roads. Claire couldn't help but marvel at the beauty, even though she still clung to her phone for comfort. By the time they arrived at the cabin, the sun was dipping below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. The cabin was rustic but charming, with wooden walls, a stone fireplace, and a small porch overlooking a crystal-clear lake. "This is amazing," Sophie said, throwing her bags onto the couch. "I told you it'd be worth it." Claire smiled faintly, but still felt a little uneasy about being so far from civilization. After a simple dinner of pasta and wine, they sat on the porch, gazing at the stars. The sky was clearer than Claire had ever seen, and for the first time in a long while, she felt a sense of calm. But that peace didn't last long. Around midnight, Claire was jolted awake by the sound of thunder. She looked out the window to see dark clouds rolling in, blotting out the stars. The wind howled, and rain began pelting the cabin. "Sophie," Claire called, shaking her friend awake. "What's going on?" Sophie mumbled, still half asleep. "A storm," Claire replied, her voice trembling. The power went out moments later, plunging the cabin into darkness. Claire fumbled for her phone, but there was no signal. "Great," she muttered. Sophie, more accustomed to outdoor adventures, lit a few candles. It's just a storm, Claire. We'll be fine. The cabin's sturdy. But the storm grew fiercer. The wind howled like a pack of wolves, and the rain lashed against the windows with relentless force. To make matters worse, the roof began to leak. We should check outside, Sophie suggested, grabbing a flashlight. Are you crazy? Claire hissed. We'll get blown away. Sophie shook her head. If something's loose or damaged, it could get worse. We just need to make sure the cabin's secure. Reluctantly, Claire followed Sophie outside. The rain was cold and relentless, soaking them to the bone within seconds. They secured a loose shutter and brought in firewood that was stacked precariously on the porch. As they were heading back inside, Sophie suddenly stopped. Do you hear that? Hear what? Claire shouted over the wind. A cry, Sophie said, shining her flashlight toward the woods. Claire's stomach dropped. Let's just go back inside. It's probably an animal. But Sophie was already moving toward the sound. What if it's not? Claire groaned but followed. They trudged through the muddy ground, the flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. Then they saw it, a small figure huddled under a tree. It was a child, a boy, no older than 8, soaked and shivering. Oh my God, Claire whispered. Sophie knelt down. Hey there, buddy. What are you doing out here? The boy didn't answer, his teeth chattering too hard. Without hesitation, Sophie scooped him up and carried him back to the cabin. Inside, they wrapped him in blankets and sat him near the fireplace, which they managed to light despite the storm. Slowly, the boy warmed up and began to speak. My name is Lucas, he said softly. I got lost. Where's your family, Lucas? Sophie asked gently. Camping, he replied, his voice quivering. We were hiking, and I got separated. I tried to find my way back, but... Tears welled up in his eyes. Claire felt a pang of guilt for her earlier reluctance. You're safe now, she said, handing him a mug of hot cocoa. They spent the rest of the night keeping Lucas calm and warm and soft while the storm raged outside. Claire couldn't help but admire Sophie's composure. In the midst of chaos, her friend had stepped up, and it inspired Claire to do the same. By morning, the storm had passed. The sun rose over the lake, casting a golden glow over the drenched landscape. They decided to take Lucas to the nearest ranger station to search for his family. When they arrived, they found a frantic couple who immediately ran to embrace Lucas. Thank you, the boy's mother sobbed. We didn't know if we'd ever see him again. As they drove back to the cabin, Claire felt a strange mix of exhaustion and fulfillment. She had stepped out of her comfort zone, faced her fears, and helped save a child. You're a natural, you know,
Natural.
Sophie
Natural.
teased.
You're natural.
Claire laughed. Don't
You're
push it,
natural.
but maybe this outdoor thing isn't so bad after all. The weekend had turned out nothing like she'd planned. But as Claire sat on the porch one last time, watching the sunlight dance on the lake, she realized that sometimes the unexpected moments are the ones that truly make life memorable.
Okay. The unexpected storm. Claire had always been a city girl. Growing up in the heart of Chicago, she was used to bustling streets, bus, bustling street, neon signs, and the constant hum of urban life. Urban life. So, when her best friend Sophia suggested a weekend getaway,
Getaway.
suggested a weekend getaway to a remote cabin in the woods. Claire was hesitant. Come on, Claire. Claire, come on.
Claire.
Claire. So Sophia insisted. You work too hard. Disconnecting will do you good. Connect will do you good. Okay, like me do. No email. No emails, no meeting. Just Earth. Nature, and a break from everything. Reluctantly, Claire agreed. She packed her essentials, including her laptop, just in case. You never know. She told herself. Thought, though Sophia rolled her eyes. Her eyes when she saw it. The driver to the cabin was long. But scent, scenic, but scenic. As they left the city behind, the landscape transformed into landscape. The landscape transformed into sprawling, 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 sprawling into sprawling green field. Dense forest and winding roads. Claire couldn't help but marvel. Transform the sign just to add, but marvel at the beauty. Even though she still clung to her phone for comfort. By the time they arrived at the cabin, the sun was dipping below the horizon, painting the sky in shade of pink and orange. The cabin was rustic but charming, with wooden walls. Whoa, 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 the
Wall.
wall, walls, with wooden walls. A stone fireplace and a small porch overlooking a crystal clear lake. Crystal. Okay, this is amazing. Sophia said, throwing her bags onto the couch. I told you it be worth it. Claire smiled fondly. But still felt a little uneasy. Uneasy about being so far from civilization after a simple dinner of pasta and wine. They sat on the porch, gazing at the stars. The sky was clearer, clearer,
Clearer.
clearer. The sky was clearer than Claire had ever seen, and for the first time in a long while. First time for a long while. She felt a scene of calm. Scene of calm. But that peace, but that peace, 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 peace,
Peace.
peace, but that peace. Ôi, một tuần không học thì cũng quên hết luôn. Không biết cách đọc luôn. Around midnight. Around midnight. Claire was jolted awake by the sound of thunder. She looked out the window to see dark clouds, to see dark clouds rolling in, floating out the stars. The wind howled, the wind howled, and rain began pelting,
pelting,
pelting, and rain began pelting the cabin. The sky, Sophia, Claire called, shaking her friend awake. What's going on? Sophia mumbled. Still half asleep. A storm, Claire replied, her voice trembling. The power went out moments later. Plunging the cabin into darkness. Claire fumbled for her phone. Fumbled for her phone, but there was no signal. Great, she muttered. Sophia, more accustomed to outdoor adventures, lit a few candles. Candles. Oh, candles.
candle,
Candles. It is a storm. Claire. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. The cabin's sturdy. But the storm grew fiercer. But the storm grew fiercer. The wind howled like a of wolf, wolf, pack of wolf,
wolves,
wolf, 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 pack of wolves, wolf, wolves. Cái từ này thường khó đọc đó. And the rain lasts against the window with relentless force to make matter worse. The roof began to leak. We should check outside. We should check outside. Sophia suggested. Grabbing a flashlight. Flashlight. Are you crazy? Claire hisses. We'll get blown away. Sophia shook her head. If something's loose up or damaged, it could get worse. Something. We just need to make sure the cabin is secure. Reluctantly, Claire followed. Sophia outside. The rain was cool and relentless, shocking them to the bone within seconds. They secure a loose shuttle and brought in firewood that was stacked precariously, precariously,
precariously,
precariously, precariously, precariously on the porch. As they were heading back inside, Sophia suddenly stopped. Stop it. Stopped. Do you hear that? Hear what? Claire shouted over the wind. A try. A cost try. Sophia said, shining her flashlight. Shining her flashlight toward the wood. Claire's stomach dropped it. Dropped. Stomach dropped. Let's just go back inside. It's probably an animal. It's probably an animal. But Sophia was already moving towards the sound. What if it's not? Claire groaned. Claire groaned.
Groan.
Groaned. 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 Claire groaned. 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 But follow. They trotted.
Trudge.
Trotted.
They trudged.
They choked. They choked. Through the muddy road. The flashlight beam cutting. Through the darkness. Then they saw it. A small figure hugged under a tree. It was a child. A boy. No older than 8. No older than 8. Soaked and shivering. Oh my God. Oh my God. Claire whispered. Sophia knelt down. Hey there, buddy. What are you doing out here? The boy didn't answer. His teeth chattering too hard. Without hesitation, Sophia scooped him up and carried him back to the cabin. Inside, they wrapped him in blanket, blankets and sat him near the fireplace, which they managed to light despite the storm. Slowly, the boy warmed up and began to speak. My name is Lucas. He said softly. I got lost. Where's your family, Lucas? Sophia asked gently. Camping, he replied, his voice quivering. We are hiking. We were hiking. And I got separated. I tried to find my way back. You lied. But tears welled up in his eyes. Claire felt a pang of guilt for her Elia, reluctant. You are safe now, she said, handing him a mug of hot cocaine. They spent the rest of the night keeping Lucas calm and warm, while the storm raged outside. Claire couldn't help but admire Sophia composure. Composure. In the midst of chaos, midst of chaos, her friend has stepped up, and it inspired Claire to do the same. By morning, the storm had passed. The sun rose over the lake, casting a golden glow over the drenched landscape. Drenched landscape. They decided to take Lucas to the nearest ranger station to search for his family. When they arrived, they found a frantic couple who immediately ran to embrace Lucas. Thank you. The boy mother sobbed. We didn't know if we'd ever see him again. We had ever see him again. As they rode back to the cabin, Claire felt a strange mist of exhaustion and fulfillment. Exhaustion and fulfillment. She had stepped out of her comfort zone, faced her fears, faced her fear, and helped self achieve a child. You are nature, you know. You are a nature, you know. Sophia taste. Claire laughed. locked. Claire locked. Don't push it. Don't push it. But maybe this outdoor things isn't so bad after all. The weekend had turned out nothing like seed plant. But as Claire sat on the porch, one last time, watching the sunlight dance on the lake, sunlight dance on the lake, she realized that sometimes the unexpected moments are the ones that truly make life memorable. Okay, so I will take a bit rest.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. back a year ago.
Okay, let's continue. The the unexpected storm. À, cái cơn bão bất ngờ. Claire had always been a city girl. Claire đã từng là một cô gái thành thị. Luôn luôn là một cô gái thành thị. Growing up in the heart of Chicago. Lớn lên ở trung tâm của Chicago. She was used to bustling streets. Cô ấy từng ở những cái con phố đông, với quen thuộc với những con phố đông đúc, neon signs, đèn nè, biển quảng cáo neon, and the constant hum of urban life, và những tiếng ồn ào không ngừng của cuộc sống đô thị. Không ngớt, constant, và những tiếng ồn ào không ngừng của cuộc sống đô thị. So, when her best friend Sophia suggested a weekend getaway to a remote cabin in the woods, Claire was hesitant. Vì vậy khi mà cái người bạn bạn thân nhất của cô ấy, Sophia, đã gợi ý cho cô ấy một cái tuần, một cái ngày đi chơi, một ngày đi chơi cuối tuần, chuyến đi cuối tuần, đến một cái cabin hẻo lánh trong rừng, túp lều nhỏ, cabin, một cái túp lều nhỏ hẻo lánh trong rừng. Claire đã khá do dự, hesitant. Come on, Claire, Sophia insisted. Thôi nào, Claire, Sophia khăng khăng, nài nỉ. You work too hard. Cậu làm việc quá nhiều. Disconnecting will do you good. Tách khỏi mọi thứ sẽ làm cho cậu tốt hơn. No emails, no meetings, just us, nature, and a break from everything. Không email, không hội họp, không họp hành, chỉ chúng ta với thiên nhiên, và một cái một chút nghỉ ngơi, break, và một chút nghỉ ngơi. Reluctantly, miễn cưỡng. Claire agreed. Claire đồng ý. She packed her essential. Cô ấy đóng gói những vật dụng cần thiết, essential, cần thiết, including her laptop just in case, bao gồm cả laptop của cô ấy phòng trường hợp. You never know, cậu sẽ không bao giờ biết. She told herself, cô ấy nói bản thân. Thought. Sophia rolled her eyes when she saw it. Khi mà nghĩ đến mặc cho thâu, đầu, thôi sẽ đầu. Sophia rolled her eyes when she saw. Mặc cho Sophia đã đảo mắt ngán ngẩm khi thấy nó. The drive to the cabin was long but scenic. Chuyến đi đến cabin thì lâu nhưng đầy cảnh đẹp. Scenic là cảnh đẹp. The ride is scenic, đầy cảnh đẹp. Scenic. As they left the city behind, khi họ bỏ cái thành phố lại phía sau, the landscape transformed into sprawling green field. Phong cảnh đã biến đổi thành những cánh đồng xanh bát ngát. Sprawling, những cánh đồng xanh, green field, bát ngát, growth, sprawling. Dense forest, rừng cây rậm rạp. dense,
dense,
dense, rừng cây rậm rạp, and winding roads, và những con đường uốn lượn, winding. Claire couldn't help but marvel at the beauty. Claire không thể không ngạc nhiên không thể không ngạc nhiên trước những cảnh đẹp, even though she still clung to her phone for comfort. Dù vẫn bám lấy điện thoại để cảm thấy yên tâm. Claire không thể không ngạc nhiên trước những vẻ đẹp, những vẻ đẹp ấy, mặc dù cô ấy, even though she still clung, dán chính kìa, mặc dù cô ấy vẫn dán mắt vào, vẫn bám lấy chiếc điện thoại, bám lấy chiếc điện thoại cô ấy để cảm thấy yên tâm. By the time they arrived at the cabin, khi mà họ đến cabin, the sun was dipping below the horizon, thì cái mặt trời đã dipping, đã lặn xuống, mặt trời đã lặn xuống, thì mặt trời đã lặn. The sun was dipping below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. Nhuộm màu bầu trời thành những màu hồng và một cam. Nhuộm màu bầu trời thành sắc hồng và cam. Painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. The cabin was rustic but charming. Cái túp lều cabin cái nhà gỗ túp lều nhỏ, cái nhà gỗ nhỏ cabin was rustic but charming, mộc mạc, rustic, mộc mạc. Cái căn nhà gỗ nhỏ thì mộc mạc nhưng mà ấm cúng, nhưng mà cuốn hút, charming. With wooden walls, với bức tường bằng gỗ. A stone fireplace, một cái cái gì đó, lò sưởi bằng đá. And a small porch overlooking a crystal clear lake, và một cái porch, một cái hiên, porch, một cái hiên nhìn ra ngoài cái hồ nước trong vắt, crystal clear lake, một cái hồ nước trong vắt. This is amazing, thật là tuyệt vời quá. Sophia said, Sophia nói, throwing her bags onto the couch, và quăng cái túi của cô ấy, quăng cái túi lên ghế sofa, on the couch. I told you it'll be worth it. Tôi bảo cậu là nó sẽ đáng giá, nó sẽ đáng. Claire smiled faintly, but still felt a little uneasy about being so far from civilization. Claire mỉm cười nhợt nhạt, nhẹ nhàng, nhưng vẫn cảm thấy một chút gì đó không thoải mái, không bất an, uneasy, khi mà đi xa khỏi cái nền văn minh civilization. After a simple dinner of pasta and wine, sau một cái buổi tối đơn giản với pasta, mì Ý và rượu vang, they sat on a porch, họ ngồi ở trên cái hiên, gazing at the stars, ngắm nhìn bầu trời, gazing, ngắm nhìn bầu trời. The sky was clearer than Claire had ever seen. Bầu trời thì cảm thấy trong xanh hơn khi mà hơn những gì mà Claire đã từng thấy. And for the first time in a long while, she felt a sense of calm. Và trong một lần đầu tiên trong một khoảng thời gian, cô ấy cảm thấy một sự yên bình yên. Rõ ràng bất cứ lúc nào, Và rất clear nè, rõ ràng bất cứ lúc nào Claire từng nhìn thấy. But that peace didn't last long. Nhưng cái sự yên bình đó không không có kéo dài lâu. Around midnight, khoảng vào nửa đêm, Claire was jolted awake by the sound of thunder. Claire bị giật mình, jolted awake, giật mình tỉnh dậy bởi vì tiếng sấm. She looked out the window to see dark clouds rolling in. Cô ấy nhìn ra ngoài cửa sổ để thấy một cái mây đen lớn đang kéo tới, rolling in, đang cuộn lại, rolling in, floating out the stars, che phủ các ngôi sao, floating out the star, che phủ các ngôi sao. The wind howled, gió rít mạnh, wind howled, howled, the wind howled, gió rít mạnh, and rain began pelting the cabin, và mưa bắt đầu rơi xối xả vào trong căn nhà gỗ. Sophia, Claire called, shaking her friend awake. Sophia, Claire gọi, lay người bạn dậy. What's going on? Sophia murmured, still half asleep. Có chuyện gì vậy? Sophia lẩm bẩm, vẫn còn ngái ngủ. A storm, Claire replied, her voice trembling. Một cơn bão tới. Claire đáp lại, giọng cô ấy run rẩy, trembling. The power went out moments later. Ngay sau đó thì mất điện. The power went out moments later. Ngay sau đó thì mất điện. Plugging the cabin into darkness. Cabin thì chìm, làm cabin thì chìm vào trong bóng tối. Claire fumbled for her phone. Claire lục tìm điện thoại. But there was no signal. Great, she muttered. Nhưng không có tín hiệu. Tốt lắm, cô ấy thì thầm, lẩm bẩm. Sophia, more accustomed to outdoor adventures. Sophia thì quen thuộc với cái cuộc hành trình phiêu lưu ngoài trời hơn. Sophia thì quen thuộc với những cuộc phiêu lưu ngoài trời hơn. Accustomed. Lit a few candles. Thắp một vài ngọn nến. Lit a few candles. It is a storm, Claire. We'll be fine. The cabin's sturdy. Nó chỉ là một cơn bão thôi, Claire. Chúng ta sẽ ổn thôi. Căn nhà gỗ này thì chắc chắn mà. But the storm grew freezes. Nhưng mà cơn bão thì trở nên dữ dội, ngày càng dữ dội. Freezes. Grew fierces. Dữ dội hơn. The wind howled like a pack of wolves. Cơn gió rít như tiếng hú của bầy sói. The wind howled like a pack of wolves. And the rain lashed against the window with relentless force. Và trời mưa đập mạnh vào cửa sổ. Lashed again, như là relentless, mưa đập mạnh vào cửa sổ. Force. Mưa buốt mạnh, và mưa thì đập mạnh cửa sổ không ngừng, một cách mạnh mẽ không ngừng. vừa đập mạnh một cửa sổ không ngừng. Relentless force. To make matters worse, the roof began to leak. Để tồi tệ hơn, to make matters worse, tồi tệ hơn, thì cái mái bắt đầu dột. We should leak. We should check outside. Chúng ta nên kiểm tra bên ngoài. Sophia suggested grabbing a flashlight. Sophia đề nghị cầm lấy một đèn pin flashlight. Are you crazy? Claire hisses. We'll get blown away. Cậu có điên không? Claire gắt gỏng, thì thầm gắt gỏng. Gắt gỏng. We'll get blown away. Chúng ta sẽ bị gió thổi đi mất. Sophia shook her head. Sophia lắc đầu. Shook her head. If something's loose or damaged, it could get worse. Nếu như cái gì đó lỏng lẻo hoặc hư hại thì nó có thể trở nên tồi tệ hơn. We just need to make sure the cabin's secure. Chúng ta cần đảm bảo là cái căn nhà gỗ thì an toàn. Chúng ta chỉ cần đảm bảo căn nhà đảm bảo cabin an toàn thôi. Just need to make sure the cabin secure. Reluctantly, ngần ngại miễn cưỡng, Claire follows Sophia outside. Claire theo Sophia ra ngoài. The rain was cool and relentless. Trời mưa lạnh và không ngừng, lạnh buốt và không ngừng. Soaking them to the bone within seconds. Làm họ ướt sũng cho tới trong vài giây. They secured a loose saddle and brought in firewood that was stacked precariously on the porch. Họ cố định lại một cánh cửa chớp bị lỏng. They secured a loose saddle. Cố định lại. Secure. Họ cố định lại một cái cánh cửa chớp bị lỏng và brought in firewood, và mang đống củi bên hiên, và mang đống củi trên hiên vào bên trong. Brought in firewood was stacked precariously. Và mang đống củi bên hiên tạm thời vào bên trong. As they were heading back inside, Sophia suddenly stopped. Do you hear that? Khi họ định quay lại cabin. As they were heading back. Khi họ định quay lại vào trong cabin, Sophia chợt dừng lại. Cậu có nghe gì không? Hear that? We what? Claire shouted over the wind. Nghe cái gì? Claire hét lên trong cơn gió. Xuyên qua tiếng gió. A cry, Sophia said, shining her flashlight toward the woods. Một tiếng khóc, Sophia nói, shining chiếu cái đèn pin vào phía cái gỗ, phía rừng, the woods, phía rừng. Claire's stomach dropped. Let's just go back inside. It's probably an animal. Claire, dạ dày của Claire co thắt lại vì Claire sợ ma. Hãy vào lại bên trong. Thôi về đi. Hãy quay lại trở lại bên trong đi. Chắc nó chỉ là động vật thôi. But Sophia was already moving toward the sound. Nhưng mà Sophia đã đi về phía cái tiếng ấy. What if it's not? Nếu như nó không phải thì sao? Claire groaned but followed. Claire rên rỉ, groaned, buffalo. Claire rên rỉ nhưng cũng đi theo. They stroked through the muddy road. Họ họ lội qua lớp bùn nhão, muddy road. Struck through the muddy road, lội qua muốn bùn nhão. The flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. Cái đèn pin thì chiếu xuyên qua bóng tối. Ánh đèn pin chiếu xuyên qua bóng tối. Then they saw it, a small figure hurried, huddled, and they saw a small figure huddled under the tree. Họ thấy một cái hình dáng nhỏ bé co ro dưới cành cây. Huddled under a tree. It was a child, a boy, no older than 8, soaked and shivering. Đó là một đứa trẻ, một cậu bé không già hơn 8 tuổi, không quá 8 tuổi, ướt sũng và run rẩy. Soaked and shivering, ướt sũng và run rẩy. Oh my gosh, Claire whispers. Oh my gosh, Claire thì thầm. Trời ơi. Sophia knelt down. Hey there, buddy. What are you doing here? Sophia quỳ xuống. Này nhóc, tại sao em làm gì? Em lại ở đây. A boy didn't answer. His teeth chattering too hard. Cậu bé không thể trả lời. Cái răng của gọi rung lập cập, va vào nhau đập cập. Without hesitation, với không có chút do dự. Sophia scooped him up and carried him back to the cabin. Sophia đã bế cậu bé lên, scooped cậu bé lên và đưa trở lại vào cabin. Inside, they wrapped him in blankets and sat him near the fireplace. Vào trong, họ đã phủ cho cậu bé một cái chăn bông, cái chăn quấn gõi trong chăn, và sát him để cậu bé nằm ngồi kế bên cái lò sưởi, đặt cậu gần lò sưởi. Which they managed to light despite the storm. Nơi mà họ cuối cùng nhóm cũng nhóm được lửa bất chấp cơn bão. Bất chấp cơn bão. Slowly the boy warmed up and began to speak. Chậm rãi cậu bé bắt đầu ấm lên và bắt đầu nói chuyện. My name is Lucas. He said softly. I got lost. Tên của em là Lucas. Cậu bé nói khẽ. Em bị lạc. Where's your family, Lucas? Sophia asked gently. Gia đình của nhóc đâu, Lucas? Sophia hỏi nhẹ nhàng. Camping, he replied, his voice quivering. Đang cắm trại, cậu bé trả lời, giọng cậu bé run rẩy, quivering. We were hiking and I got separated. Chúng em đang đi bộ và em bị lạc. I tried to find my way back, but tears welled up in his eyes. Em cố gắng để tìm đường trở lại, nhưng mà nước mắt tràn ra trên mắt cậu. Claire felt a pang of guilt of her early reluctance. Claire cảm thấy áy náy vì sự miễn cưỡng ban đầu của mình. You are safe now, she said, handing him a mug of hot cocoa. Bây giờ em an toàn rồi, cô nói, đưa cho cậu ấy một cái cốc cacao nóng. They spent the rest of the night keeping Lucas calm and warm. Họ dành cả buổi tối để gần như cả buổi tối để giữ cho Lucas à, ổn ổn lại, trấn an Lucas và giữ ấm cho cậu. While the storm raged outside, trong khi cơn bão tiếp tục hoành hành bên ngoài. Claire couldn't help but admire Sophia's composure. Claire không thể không ngưỡng mộ cái sự bình tĩnh của Sophia. Composure. Claire không thể không ngưỡng mộ cái sự bình tĩnh của Sophia. In the midst of the chaos, trong lúc hỗn loạn, her friend has stepped up. Bạn của cô đã đứng lên, and it inspires Claire to do the same, và nó đã truyền cảm hứng cho Claire làm điều tương tự. By morning, the storm had passed. Và đến buổi sáng thì cơn bão đã qua. The sun rose over the lake. Mặt trời over the lake. Mặt trời mọc trên hồ. Over the sun rose over. Mặt trời thì mọc trên hồ. Casting a golden glow over the branch landscape. Casting chiếu sáng cảnh quan ướt đẫm. Casting the glow over the branch landscape. Chiếu sáng cảnh quan ướt đẫm. They decided to take Lucas to the nearest rail station to search for his family. Họ quyết định sẽ đem Lucas đến cái nơi cái trạm cảnh sát gần nhất để tìm gia đình của cậu. Kiểm lâm gần nhất. Ranger Station. Người bảo vệ gần. When they arrived, they found a frantic couple who immediately ran to embrace Lucas. Khi họ đến, họ thấy một cái cặp frantic là điên cuồng, một cặp vợ chồng đang hoảng loạn. Ngay ngay lập tức chạy tới ôm lấy Lucas. Embrace. Thank you, the boy's mother sobbed. Cảm ơn. Mẹ của thằng bé khóc nức nở. Sobbed. We didn't know if we'd ever see him again. Chúng tôi không biết không biết liệu có thể gặp lại con không nữa. We didn't know if we'd ever see him again. As they drove back to the cabin, khi họ quay trở lại, họ trên đường trở lại cabin, Claire felt a strange mix of exhaustion and fulfillment. Claire cảm thấy một cảm giác một sự pha trộn kỳ lạ giữa kiệt sức và mãn nguyện. Fulfillment. Claire cảm thấy một cảm giác kỳ lạ giữa một sự pha trộn kỳ lạ giữa kiệt sức và mãn nguyện. She has stepped out of her comfort zone. Cô ấy đã bước ra khỏi vùng an toàn. She has stepped out of her comfort zone. Cô ấy đã bước ra khỏi vùng an toàn. Faced her fears. Đối mặt với nỗi sợ hãi của mình. And helped save a child. Và giúp đỡ cứu đứa bé. You are natural, you know, Sophia taste. Nhìn cậu kìa. Như chuyên gia ấy. You are natural. Sophia trêu chọc taste. Claire laughed. Claire mỉm cười lớn. Don't push it, but maybe this outdoor things isn't so bad after all. Đừng có đẩy xa thế, nhưng có lẽ chuyện ngoài kia Chuyện ngoài trời này cũng không tệ lắm, nhưng có lẽ chuyện ngoài trời này cũng không tệ lắm. The weekend had turned out nothing like she planned. Cái chuyến đi cuối tuần diễn ra không như dự tính. Cái chuyện cuối tuần diễn ra không như dự tính. Had turned out nothing like she planned. But as Claire sat on the porch one last time, nhưng mà khi Claire ngồi trên cái hiên một lần nữa, lần cuối, ngồi trên hiên nhà lần cuối, watching the sunlight dance on the lake, ngắm nhìn cái ánh mặt trời đang nhảy múa trên hồ. She realized that sometimes, cô ấy nhận ra đôi khi the unexpected moments are the ones that truly make life memorable. Những khoảnh khắc bất ngờ là the one that truly make, là một trong những mới thật sự, những khoảnh khắc bất ngờ mới thực sự làm nên ý nghĩa cuộc sống. That truly make life memorable. Okay, I will stop here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.